Real Housewives of Dallas is returning soon with season 2. But we're sitting down with LeeAnne Locken now. She's the stunning centerpiece of the show. And we're going to try to pry as much information out of her as possible to see what we can expect in this year's season. Hi, LeeAnne. Is there drama on Real Housewives of Dallas, LeeAnne? Yes! I knew LeeAnne when she was blonde, by the way.
It's true.
We used to audition for the same stuff when we both were really blonde.
We did. It was pretty good.
Bam.
Yeah, bam.
Bam, just like
I
that.
just like took all those jobs. They were like, hey, Sis Ben. I was like, me.
This is the first time we're seeing you as housewives. Is that right?
Yes. Season 1, we didn't know that we were housewives.
Right.
And the reason that it centered so much around charity was because we were told we were like a ladies of London. And that charity would be how we all got tied together in a pretty little bow. I have 4 causes that I try never to say no to. My LGBT community, where my heart lives and breathes and just grows rainbows and glitters and is just the happiest I ever am when I'm in that community. Animals, because they're just my soul. Domestic violence, because I am a survivor. And I know what it's like, and child abuse, because I'm a survivor, and I know what it's like.
There you
go. So this time around we're housewives. That's what I hear, and it's nice because you kind of go into this season realizing what you do as a socialite who does charity versus what you do as a housewife. Yes. Are 2 very different things.
Okay, so the season is premiering later this summer.
Bravo has not made an announcement on when. So no one really knows when, but I would guess that it will be towards the end of summer.
Would you also guess that there might be changes in the cast?
God, I could get on my knees and pray to the Almighty that there would be a few additions. And He may answer my prayers.
Okay.
Who knows? Unicorns happen. That's all I got to say. Don't you think new people kind of stir things up?
Yeah.
They bring a different perspective, and I want a big group of people. The more housewives we have on the show, the less I actually have to work.
I like that. So I haven't seen many cameras following you lately. I'm guessing we've wrapped filming of season 2. I saw you during the holidays when you were in production. You were really sick.
I don't know if you know this, but the truth is I almost died.
Oh.
And I didn't go check into the hospital because I didn't want the attention drawn to anything. That was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. It was.
I remember you were not well during that time.
Well, I got down to like 116 pounds. I was scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I genuinely was scared. And
yeah.
I'm just glad that, I'm thankful that Rich was here to help take care of me. I'm thankful to my friends who came by to take care of me. Like, literally.
Because
veins were collapsing. Yeah.
Can we tell, are you well now?
I'm well now. Honey, come on.
I was worried.
I'm a hard woman to put down.
Yes,
a lot of people have tried. Trust me. A lot. You know most of them. And I gotta tell you, God has plans.
That's right.
And I'm not done. He still has purpose for me, so I am still here.
And you're well. We love that.
I'm alive. Woohoo!
Good.
Like, I really learned a lot of lessons, and I will be, I'm sure, going around the country talking about it.
Oh, boy. That's a good teaser. LeeAnne, we want to talk a little bit more about your day-to-day, and your day-to-day includes the love of your life you've been with for many years,
yes,
Rich.
Over 8 now. We've gone into 8 years, and
is he still a feature on the show?
Oh, for sure. Oh, I think everyone will be very happy with how he gets featured and with his actions on the show.
I have some speculation.
I bet you did.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you did.
I do. Get it?
Hey, let's don't push the envelope, girl. Seriously, those words are a little dangerous in this house.
Wow. All right, we'll just speculate. So he's supportive of your career, always has been. He's been in reality television too, so he knows the slings and arrows. And
the man hates my interviews. He doesn't even want to listen. He's like so afraid of what I'm going to say.
Oh my gosh. He's like, I don't want to be around. And he's afraid you're going to pull him in too.
But yeah, you know what? he found me, he polished me up, and he's my forever prince.
Aww,
so I'm very happy.
That. Well, you've polished him too.
Aww.
Yeah, for sure. Shut up.
You said that.
Where's my head?
Me.
Oh my God. Certainly he defends you on social media as well.
He is a sweetheart. You know, when I did my first reality show, She's Got the Look, we had just gotten together. And he used to tell me all the time, don't go to the boards, don't read the messages. And of course I would. You know, you can't, when you first do it, you're like, what are they saying? What are they saying? And you read it and he comes home and you're like, I did clown makeup. You know, and he's like, oh gosh, you read it. They say on my Instagram page, negative energy will be removed. Yeah. I'm not interested.
Where are your haters mostly? On Twitter?
Twitter is social media hell. Satan runs the Twitter world. Okay. I've decided.
Okay.
I will say, though, that this time around, because I've really, over the last year, since our show ended, spent so much time talking to people on Twitter, like genuinely investing time on social media.
So does that help? That silences them?
You know, somebody had to be the villain, and you only got to see 15 minutes of an 8-hour shoot. But I certainly hope that you enjoy season 2, and maybe, who knows, maybe you'll change your mind. Yeah. And then they're always like, oh, that was really nice of you to, like, respond nicely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Did you not know I'm in bitch mode 24/7? Oh my God, I must kill the world. I mean, come on, people.
Well, that's great. Okay, because I'd be tempted to delete that comment and say, go. Yeah. So part of your duties as a housewife is to promote the show and do appearances. Right. One of the most coveted ones, I would think, and the most fun to do is Watch What Happens Live. Talk about that experience.
True. Not everybody gets invited to Watch What Happens Live. Andy chooses his guest, and I was lucky enough to be one of the cast members.
You were.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. That went last year.
Okay.
I was prepared. I knew at the time they'd actually asked me to go earlier, but I felt like I hadn't had my big blowout on camera yet, and I wanted to wait till the night of the big fight between Tiffany and I, because I felt like I had a lot of splaining to do. And so I waited till that night, and you know, it was funny because when I sat down, I could tell that Andy like had this preconceived thought about me, and so he decided to do that Carney challenge. Do you remember the Carney? He was like, he had a note card, and he was like, I'm gonna bust her. She is not a Carney. And he was like, are there games that you can't win? And I'm like, yeah, they're called flat joints. There's games of skill and games of chance.
Yes.
And he was like, all of a sudden the look on his face was, holy Batman, she really is a Carney.
Yeah,
and I was like,
with her.
I don't lie, people.
Oh my.
I don't. If I say I've heard it, I've heard it. More than once if I repeated it. If I say something, it's the truth.
That's right.
I learned a long time ago, if you lie, just wait, because it will bite you.
Like that dog.
Yeah, like the dog.
Were you nervous when you met him and were on that big old program?
No, I think maybe it's from doing pageants, but I just trained so hard never to be like in a nervous state. Like no one ever asked me about what was it like during pageants.
You were a finalist in Miss USA. Hello.
I know. No one asked.
I know.
I have a nice crown too. Except in Miss USA, we didn't have to do it though. I was just like, hey!
Or fingers.
Oh, that a lot.
So this might be breaking news because you look at her and you're like, how can this goddess be 50 years old? But LeeAnne just celebrated her birthday. So happy birthday to you!
Thank you! Can you believe it?
No.
5-0.
How does it feel? I guess I should ask.
It feels like I want to do a handstand and have someone run duct tape from one shoulder really well over my body, over the bottom of my foot, back up to the top of my shoulder, and then I want to stand upright. How's that?
Perfect.
Always.
Well, I didn't come here empty-handed.
Uh-oh.
I have a present for you for your birthday.
My gosh.
Do you recognize that bag?
I do. I love me some Nikki and Steffi.
Yes, and Blushington. So that's fun makeup application in there. But my favorite lip color is also in there. And that's the Michelle. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
You're so sweet.
LeeAnne, thank you so much for inviting me over to your abode. And we want to know how we can continue to follow you. Give us a lowdown online how we do.
So online, I'm at my website, LeeAnneLocken.com. My Instagram is LeeAnne Locken. My Twitter is LeeAnne Locken. And on Facebook, I have a LeeAnne Locken public page and an Inspiration by LeeAnne Locken page. And that's all you're going to get from me. For all my Snapchat followers, all 3 of you, thank you so much. I promise to try harder.